Hello everyone and welcome. If you do any type of plumbing, air conditioning, or electrical repair where you need to bend some pipes or conduit, you'll eventually need to get a pipe bender. I ran into such a situation recently, so I decided to get myself this ratcheting pipe bender right here. If you want to know how an affordable and portable pipe bender performs, stick around as I unbox and test this puppy. Alright guys, so when you unbox this case, this is how everything comes stored away in the case that comes with it. Now let me pull all this out of here and we'll talk about all the parts individually. Alright guys, so when you unbox this puppy, this is everything you get. Now this is the compact and affordable pipe bender from Vevor, available on Amazon, link in description below. Now let me tell you before we get started on this, let me tell you why I got this pipe bender. You see, recently I had a slab leak plumbing problem where I had to replace a leaking water pipe that was in a very small area and was bent to a weird angle. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link to that video up in the corner of this one so you can go watch it later on after you finish this one. Now that situation is what led to where we are today. Now I was able to do that repair by bending the pipe by hand, and it took hours of slow bending trying not to kink that pipe. I did kink my first pipe and I had to go buy a second pipe, therefore costing me more money. So after that experience, I decided that I needed to have an easy to use and affordable pipe bender on hand for the eventuality of another such situation. So I got this pipe bender from Vevor. So let's take a little look at this guy and see how it performs. But before we get started, let me just remind you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. That way you get notified every time I produce another product review video or some DIY project like that one with the plumbing leak. So like I said, this is the compact and affordable pipe bender from Vevor, available on Amazon, link in description below. At the time of making this video, this kit retails for $139.99. But they also have a $10 discount coupon on their Amazon page, making it even cheaper than that. And I will say also that if this kit is a little too expensive for you, you don't have to go with this kit. This is just the one that I picked. But they do have cheaper kits available if you don't want to go all out on this one. This one just had some features that I liked, and I decided to go this route. I figured I'm not going to have multiple pipe bender kits. At least I don't think I will. So I figured I'd go with the best one that I could get with all the different features, and that way I'm covered for any eventuality. But they do have kits similar to this one as low as $60, and they go $70, $80, $90, and then this one. So 5 different kits available that you can choose from. Look through the Vevor page and check which one is best for you. So what you get when you unbox this guy? Well, you get the main arm, the ratcheting arm for bending the pipe, and then you get these attachments here, which are what you attach to it. Depending on if you want to bend forwards or backward bending, you choose which one works best for you. You also get a pipe cutter, you get a deburring kit, and then you get 7 dies of different sizes so you can bend all sorts of different pipes. Now this kit will work with either copper, aluminum, or mild steel tubing. And this kit comes with a 1-year warranty. The dimensions on the handle, when fully assembled, you're looking at 12 inches, and then whatever attachment you put on it is about 6 inches by about 1 inch in thickness. And it's a typical little handle, doesn't weigh a whole lot. Now this kit is meant to bend pipes anywhere from 1/4 inch all the way up to 7 inch, and you can bend it all the way up to a 90-degree bend, forward or reverse bending. And you notice that I said up to 90 degrees because you can create any kind of weird bending angle that you want. From 0 all the way up to 90, you just stop anywhere in between, whatever is needed for your situation. And the sizes that you get for all these different dies here, they come with 1/4, 5/16, 3/8, 1/2, 5/8, 3/4, and 7/8. And that would be 6 millimeters, 8 millimeters, 10, 12, 16, 19, or 21 millimeters. And in case you're not very familiar with plumbing pipes inside your house and so forth, let me just explain that this variety right here will cover just about any kind of piping that you need. See, when I was looking for different kits and so forth, most of the kits that I found only would bend pipes, copper pipes, from 1/4 to 3/8 in diameter. That was just not good enough. Because in case you don't know, 1/4, a 5/16 or 3/8 lines, those are the type of pipes, the type of lines that you use running water to the ice maker in your refrigerator, to your water filter, those kind of lines. Very thin, very small lines. So those benders were just not good enough for the typical pipe bending for plumbing problems that you're going to have inside your house. Most water pipes inside your house are going to be 1/2 inch in diameter. So you need something that would at least handle that. And this kit does do that. In fact, just to give you a little information, the biggest pipe that you're going to find in most residential use is anywhere from 3/4 to 1 inch, and that would be the main line coming from the city water into your house. So this covers anywhere up to your main line diameter. So it's a fairly complete kit right there. So this pipe bender should work great for doing any type of plumbing, air conditioning, floor heating, or hydraulic pipe bending repairs. It can bend copper, aluminum, and thin-wall steel tubing. It can probably work on any other type of tubing such as PVC or plastic tubing, even though it doesn't mention that in the description. I can tell you that if I need to get creative at some point in the future, I won't hesitate to give it a try on any other type of tubing that I need to bend. So let's put this guy together, give it a try, and see how it performs. Alright guys, so let's take a look at some of the components in this kit so you can see a little close up what each one of the different parts are. And these are the dies that come with it, and you see only 6 because I have the 1/2 inch already in the arm, the ratcheting arm. I already have it put together, and I'm going to show you that in a moment because that's what we're going to use for test bending a 1/2 inch pipe. That's what we're going to use for testing. Since that's the problem that I originally had, that's what I want to see how that works. Anyway, so these are the different dies. They're all color coded. Some of the other kits, they're all the same, like they're all blue or silver or whatever color they come in. Anyway, and I misspoke earlier on this one. You see right there, it's 22 millimeter. I said 21. That's what it says on their website, but it's actually 22 millimeter, the 7/8. And if you want to see what some of these are, I give you a lighter color because that one's hard to see because it's kind of dark. But this is the way it is. You put the pipe in here and you see that it'll bend it to the shape without hopefully kinking it. And there you go. That's the 19 millimeter, the 3/4 inch, and all the other different sizes. Now, you have the deburring kit right there, and then you have a cutting tool, which is very shiny, kind of hard right now with the lighting, but it's good that I got one of these because when I was doing my repair, I was actually using one that I have from Pittsburgh that I bought a long time ago, from Harbor Freight from Pittsburgh. I do not recommend this guy. It gave me nothing but trouble when I was using it. Instead of cutting into the pipe, it would just munch on the pipe. It would bite the pipe, but it wouldn't cut into it. So it was really, really annoying working with this guy. Fortunately, I have another one, which is a little bit smaller, but it worked out for what I needed since I was working in a cramped space, and that one worked out for me a lot better than this one. But this one from Harbor Freight, I definitely do not recommend. So I'm going to enjoy having this other newer one that came with this kit. Now, these other 2 pieces, like I said, these guys are adapters that you put on the ratcheting arm if you're going to be bending it backwards. But I think most people are probably going to be bending forward, so I don't think you're going to use that a lot. I don't think I'm going to use it. Now, the other arms that you use, this is what you use for bending. You put this on the arm, and I'm going to show you the one I'm using in a moment. But you see that these guys have a size that you use. So the certain pipe that you're going to be bending goes with it. You see how this one is the 1/4, 6 millimeter, or you turn it around and you use the 3/8, 5/16, 10, 8, etc. And they're the same on both sides. So you basically coordinate which one you're going to use. You see right there, that one, and then the other one has to match as well, because that's where you're putting the pipe in there, and then you're pushing it in the middle, and that's how you're bending it. And these guys do rotate, so it'll change the angle as you're bending it. It'll work with you instead of against you. So that's pretty cool right there. I'm going to show you the bigger arm right now with the other one that I already have that set up. All right, so this is the arm all put together, and you have the ratcheting handle right there, and then you just attach this part to it, and you see that you have 2 selectable parts. You just screw it on with whatever part you want facing up. I have it set up where this is the 1/2 inch right here, since that's what we're going to be bending. And then you put the die on this part, the 1/2 inch, and that's basically going to go that way, so you're bending a pipe going forward. You use the other adapters if you want to bend it going this way. Totally up to you which one you want. And these little blocks right here have the size. They flip around to either side. Each side has a different size to it. And you match the size to the die that you're using. That way this will hold the pipe in place. You can see it holds my finger there. And it'll bend as you're using the die and pushing forward. And that's how you get the bend. And as far as ratcheting, basically what you do is you ratchet this guy and you just keep going. And that's as far as it goes. That's where it stops. And then you see right there where basically what you do is you would have the 90-degree bend going around right there, because these guys will rotate this way. So you have a pipe going this way, you have 90 degrees. So that's how you get that bend right there. And then the handle goes back by gravity. You just put it that way and it slides on back and you're all set and ready to start again. So there you go. So that's very convenient right there. If you need a different size, you flip it over. This same guy will hold 4 different sizes, because each one of these has 2 blocks, one size on one side, another on the other. So 2 sizes here, 2 sizes there, and these match the opposing one. So you get 2 there, and then the other one that I already showed you has 2 more. So that's how you use that guy. This guy over here for the other 2 sizes that you want. You just put it in there when you want to use that one. So that's pretty cool right there. So let's try bending some 1/2-inch pipe. All right, guys, so let's do a little bit of bending with this pipe and so forth. Now, this is a scrap piece of copper pipe that I have there. You see it has a couple of kinks in it and a kink in it right there, which I marked it so that way we know the kink was already there. These you can see are off to the side. But that way we know the kink was already there. This is some scrap copper pipe that I have, and I've already done some bending on this previously. In fact, this is the one that I messed up when I was doing the plumbing repair. So it's got a little bit deformed already from the bending, so it doesn't fit into the 1/2-inch die. So actually I have to use the 5/8-inch die to be able to fit this guy in here. As you can see, it's not fitting perfectly from the bending that I did to it. So let's see how this guy goes in there. And I already have these guys set up to 5/8 also. So let's start doing some bending and see how it performs. Then bend this guy over so it'll hold it there. Has to hold it in place. Center that guy there. And let's do a little bending. Go slowly and see what it can do. There we go. Now they made contact. And let's go slow and steady. And it does take a little bit of effort. You've got to use both hands to do that. It doesn't bend that easily. The pipe is pretty thick. But you go slow and steady so you don't break it. And there you go. It's bending. Sorry, I can't keep it at a perfect angle, but I'm having to use both hands. Wow. This takes quite a bit of strength, and it's not a big deal. The only problem is I have to hold it for the camera to be able to see what I'm doing. And then what I would say is, let's release this thing. There you go. And you can see right there that I bent it. Yeah, it's a little bit folded up right there. Kind of mild little kinks to it. Not huge kink, not as bad as the one I have here. But it does kind of have a little bit of a bent, a little kink to it right there. But I guess if you got to bend it, you got to bend it, and that's what you got to do. So let's see, that's the way it goes. And then I guess if you have to give it some more bending, you just move it over to another side and then just keep going. And let's back that up a little bit. There we go. Nope. So there you go. We bent it up a little bit there. Like I said, that kink was already there. I just bent it up more. But these little kinks here were created by the pipe bender. They don't feel too horribly bad. I think when you do any kind of pipe bending, you're going to have some kind of minor imperfection. So they don't feel horrible. Like I said, the one I did previously was worse. But, you know, the pipe does have to have some kinking to it because it is folding in on itself. So there you go. We were able to bend it a bit right there. And this part here, like I said, we can't hold that to the pipe bender because that was already there. All right, guys, there you have it. A review and demonstration of a very compact and easy to use pipe bender from Vevor. I think this is a very useful and versatile tool to have on hand. For bending pipes for plumbing, electrical conduit, floor heating, or just about any situation, this guy should do the job just fine. It has dies for a multitude of different sizes, and it does take a little bit of effort to bend the pipe, but that is to be expected. It was a little more difficult for me because I had to keep the actual bending in frame so you guys could see what I was doing. After doing a few pipe bends off camera, I would also suggest using a little bit of grease or lubricant to help the pipe slide a little easier when bending it. Also, for thicker pipes, some folks may suggest heating up the pipe to make it more malleable. I'll leave all that up to your discretion. Now, I could keep bending pipes all day, but I know that would get a bit boring, so I'll leave it here. Check out their Amazon page for complete details. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.